am so stuck on Esther, it's not even funny. But I believe the Lord is speaking through this. I want to point something out here to you. I believe that we as women are holding titles and not positions. And that is what I'm getting when it comes to Esther. That's what's really being pointed out to me as like such a prominent word for right now. The Lord is very much so wanting to teach us as his daughters how to stop holding the title and not the position. Because here's one thing I noticed about Esther. She had to learn her position before she was titled a queen. There are many of us who are looking at these titles and holding the title and not the position because we don't understand that our position is holy positions. These are holy positions. So let me help you out here. You're not just a mother. You're not just a wife. You're not just a daughter. We're supposed to learn the positions of these things. The enemy has literally taken these beautiful titles and made them very pretty without people understanding the positions that they're meant to be held. This is why so many women who, when they get married, they find out like, yeah, no, you guys stick that thing through. Like, you're a wife now. It's not just a title. It's a position. It's a calling. It's an assignment. It's a commitment. It's covenant. Like, you're not just a wife. You have a position that needs to be learned and needs to be held. And so I say that to say, we have women who are holding on to these titles and not holding the position. So it's like you're holding the title, but you have the position, but you're so easily moved because you're holding the title. There's a position that needs to be held. When I think of title, I think of being called. But we have to also understand that there is a position that we are to have when we're called. So everybody's called, but few are chosen because they didn't hold their position. When we look at Vashti held on to the title of a queen. But it was this holding that caused her to be rebellious unto her king and lost her position as a queen. She lost it. As a matter of fact, I believe Vashti already lost it because while Vashti was in her place, God was already raising up another one to take it. And that's scary. So the Lord is like, hey, don't think more highly of yourself than you ought. And when we think more highly of ourselves than we ought, we're holding on to a title without holding the position. I think of a title as like a crown. And the Bible says that the elders literally cast their crowns unto the Lord, and they hold their position by bowing to him. So you're casting the title and holding the position. God is trying to get us to do this right now. He's restoring us to our position of submission as women, as wives, as daughters, by literally trying to get us to focus on learning the position and stop looking at these wicked women who hold titles and are influencing you. God is like, you are already in position, daughter. You are already in position. Stay there. Be unmovable, unshakable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, knowing that your labor will not go in vain. The Bible brings this up. It is of great worth to have a gentle and quiet spirit unto God. God sees this as great worth. Why? Not because you're silent, but the word quiet in the Greek literally means it's a position. God is like, I'm telling you, this word is so prominent right now. Like, this is why we're supposed to be in our word. Because when we're on our phones, it's like they're masked with Christian influencer, but they're not a Christian influencer in the secret place. They're masked with being a wife, but they're not a wife in their home. They have a form of godliness, but deny the power thereof. They have all of these things. And God is like, listen, this is why he's trying to get his daughters to stop comparing themselves. I'm sure Esther had gotten to the mindset of comparing herself to what Vashti did. She, as a matter of fact, I truly believe that Esther literally went into the place of, what I am getting ready to do is much worse than what Vashti did and will get me literally killed, where Vashti literally did what she had to do and just lost her position. But the king can kill me if I do such a thing. And Mordecai had to check her. He had to check her and say, yo, look, let's read what he said. Mordecai said to her, he said, do not think that because you are in the king's house, you alone of all Jews will escape. For if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place. But you and your father's family will perish. And who knows, but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this. Hear this. This is powerful. So the Lord in this hour is getting us to see that you holding your position is literally life or death. Your ability to hold your position in this hour is life or death. That if you consistently keep comparing yourself, you are literally, I'm telling you, there will be a halt. Your father, may the Lord open up our ears today. This book of Esther is really hitting me really strong in this hour. And I believe the Lord is really trying to talk to his daughters and raising us up of being the women and the wives that we're supposed to be for our husbands and our children, by thinking less of ourselves and more of our King. What does our King say? Listen, these social media influencers, these celebrities are not your example. If you're looking at them as your example, you're in trouble.